Hi, this is Mike from Rock and Load. I have the pleasure once again of talking to Ricky Warwick from Black Star Riders.
Hey Mike,
Cheers,
Ricky.
man.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again. You're on the fourth date, is it, of the tour now?
Sixth.
Is it the sixth?
Is it the sixth? Let me see. Yes, this is indeed sixth date. Yeah.
Well, the first one was Dublin, wasn't it? And
Dublin,
then,
Belfast, 2 nights in Glasgow.
Yeah, I was gonna
Newcastle
say that.
last night.
Your your Belfast and Glasgow gigs were like homecoming gigs.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
and
right.
Dublin too. You know, I lived in Dublin for
Yeah.
8 years as well, and obviously there's a big connection for Black Star Riders with Dublin, not just because I lived there, but you know the whole Thin Lizzy thing. You know, so that's always a special city for us.
Yeah, and are they the ones that you look, when you see the tour dates, are they the ones that you look at and think, right, I'm looking forward to those?
I look forward to all of them. You know, I look forward to every show, but yeah, they're a bit special because it's family, it's friends, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get a lot of family and friends coming along to
you
the
do.
gigs.
You do.
Good stuff. Yourself and Damon are the main songwriters of Black Star Riders. What's the writing process that you two go through? Do you write individually? Do you write together? Does it change?
I mean, all of that, you know. I mean, I obviously work on the lyrics pretty much alone, and musically, Damon and I get together, and work that up, you know. And a lot of it's done on Skype, on FaceTime, because
Right.
you know, I'm in California, he's in Tennessee, so there's a couple of thousand miles between us.
Yeah.
So you know, you'd be surprised how much you can get done when you know FaceTime. We do a lot of that, send each other ideas, and then when we get on the road, we tend to work on stuff when we get out on the road. But it's never. I mean, the process it's not a process for us. It's something that we love to do, and we do it all the time. We write all the time, and we're always thinking about new ideas. And it's never like, okay, here's going to be the month where we're going to work on the new songs. It's like it's ongoing, you know, because we like to be in a situation where we've always got stuff ready to record, you know, because that's when you start getting this sort of funky headspace where you come off the road and you're like, right now I've got to write 20 songs for an album, and you start freaking yourself out. And if you're writing continually,
Absolutely.
you've always got stuff, you know.
Yeah. And do you think you two have? I mean, you were both brought up on farms, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Damon in, was it Alabama?
Yeah.
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 And you in Ireland, I'm in Glasgow. Do you think you have that connection because of your younger days?
We just, you know, I think we just get on. I think it's a good blue collar work ethic being brought up with the hard work instilled into you, and you have to work hard for everything that you want out of life. Being respectful to people, and being fair and being honest. And I think we both got that instilled in us by our parents when we were brought up, and the other arms were brought up, and so we've carried that forward into music, and we've both got a great work ethic. I mean, we work very, very hard at what we do.
I can see that.
And you know, it's something that I think makes us gel very well together. We have that in common, and a big love of music.
Yeah.
You know, Damon's, you know, would be called more. He was brought up in Southern rock and, you know, Skinner and Black Oak, Arkansas, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm brought up more in the punk stuff, but Damon will listen to a lot of the punk stuff, and I'll play him, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So we've both got very big open minds when it comes to listening to each other's music, you know.
Cool. We last spoke to you at Hornfirth on the previous tour, and I've heard somewhere that you wrote the riff to the Killer Instinct.
I think I just want. It was funny. Now it's coming back. I remember doing an interview now. I'm kind of waking up here. Even though it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, I mean, I think just before I talked to you guys, I was in the dressing room, and it was one of those things where you hear something in your head, and you grab a guitar and you pick it up and you record it on your phone, and that's simply what happened. And you know, I knew it was a good riff.
Yeah.
You know, straight away, Scott sort of pricked his ears up and went, well, that's actually playing, man, that's really cool. So Scott Gorham says that, you know, you've written something pretty good.
When you write, I mean, do you and Damon have to go to Scott and say, this is what we've written? Do you not? Is it a whole band
Not at
thing?
all. If anything, it's the other way around, which is a huge honour that Scott has got so much trust and faith in me and Damon as songwriters, that he will come to us and go, like Soldier's Town, he will bring the Soldier's Town riff and go, what do you think of this? Give us the riff, and then we'll take it away, and you know, keep him in the loop the whole way, but you know, put it into a song and go, what do you think of this, what do you think of this? And certainly there is a point where Damon and I will have a bunch of stuff, and we'll call up Scott and we'll go, we're going to play some stuff, what do you think? And you know, he'll value his input, and what have you. And most of the time, we know what Scott likes, and Scott knows what we like as well. So usually it's never any problems, you know.
Scott has got a writing credit on Soldiers 10, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But so is your friend Sam,
Yeah.
Sam Robinson.
Yeah.
So was Soldiers 10 originally going to be one of your solo
No, not
songs?
at all. Not at all. I'm delighted that Sam's on there. What happened was Scott brought the riff in, and you know my jaw hit the floor when I heard it, and I said, this has to be special. This has to be a real deep song with a great story and a great meaning. And I had an idea about kind of what was going on in Northern Ireland last summer with the rioting and stuff like that, and the whole kind of thing. And I said I got to take this to Sam, because Sam just has an encyclopedia knowledge of Northern Ireland and the history and Irish history. And I said, look, here's what I'm thinking with this. And he said, you know, you need to read this book called On the Mountains Echoed, which I did, which is a great book, you should check it out. And we kind of based the song on that. And you know, we put the words together, I put the melody together, put the arrangement together, took it back to Scott. Scott was blown away.
Yeah. As everybody has that's listened to
Thank
it,
you.
it's an amazing song.
Thank you.
And the whole album is. Are you happy? Did you expect the reaction that you get into the new album to be as good as it is?
You know, you make a good record, you just do. I knew the songs were strong. Everybody played their backsides off on the album. Nick Raskulin's came in and made such a huge difference to this band sonically and just production wise. And I knew that we were onto something good. I mean, you just do. It felt good, and I knew the songs were strong. But you're always blown away by people's reaction. And I just think the amount of airplay that we've had and how well the album's done and everything. I think we're all a bit gobsmacked.
Yeah.
You know, it's really nice feeling at the minute to be waking up every day to good news. You know, something's happened every day. Your album's got this, or you know, your single of the week on BBC Radio 2, finest hour next week. Just something that's happening every day. It's lovely because we've all been doing this a long time.
Excuse me.
That's right. And you know, it's not that it's paying off because we've all had success and obviously in different bands. But the fact that we're still making music that means something and it's relevant and we still got something to say, is very satisfying.
Yeah. You're playing Download again
Mm-hmm.
in the summer, in June. I was there the last time you played Download and you absolutely chucked it down the whole way through your set. That was only you said it was your third or fourth gig as Black Star Riders?
I think it was our fourth gig.
But now, obviously, 2 years down the line, what have you got planned?
Well, you know, it's a
Download's
big difference. The
huge.
band is obviously very, very tight. And you'll see that tonight. I mean, the bulk of the set is Black Star Riders.
Yeah.
There's a few Lizzie songs in there. But we've been judging, people have been saying this, we want more Black Star Riders, and that's no disrespect to Lizzie. And that's a huge compliment to us. The band is gelled, the chemistry is amazing. And, you know, we have, you know, whereas maybe 2 years ago it was like, shit, we're playing Download, only 4 gigs in. We have no fear this time,
absolutely.
You know, we know we'll go in there and we'll put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, well, I said to you before, you were one of the bands of the weekend, if not the band of the weekend last time.
Well, you know, that's a great compliment because we were still finding our feet. We were still, you know, getting into the whole Black Star Riders thing, as it were, and not really knowing, you know, how it was going to be perceived, what we were actually doing on stage. We were still working all that out, you know. But the fact that it came together so quickly and people did seem to appreciate it, we were happy, you know.
Yeah, good stuff. Through my letterbox last weekend came these 2 new albums. So just show to the camera that everybody should go and buy Ricky's 2 new solo albums, which this one, when Patsy Cline Was Crazy and Guy Mitchell Sang the Blues, has not been off my CD player for the past week. Obviously, I've played Hats on Trees as well, but I just cannot eject this one. It's such a good album.
Thank you.
I've noticed you've obviously got a lot of your friends that have helped playing it.
Yeah.
Andy Kearns, Jake Burns, and Ginger as well. Yeah, excuse me, just took my glasses because I can't see in this light. But I've also noticed Robbie Crane plays bass on quite a lot. Well, you recorded these before Robbie.
I know. I think I nearly got into trouble. I had Robbie Crane play on his solo albums before we recorded the Black Star Riders albums. Again, you know, Robbie came into the band and we hit it off straight away, and we love the guy, and he's a great bass player, and he has an edge and an aggression that really suits this band, and I knew it would really suit my solo stuff. and I asked them down to play bass in a couple of tracks, and Robbie obviously totally killed it.
Yeah.
You know, it was just great to have him on there.
Yeah, excellent. I've also noticed the song titles.
Mhm.
There's some fantastic
Thank
song
you.
titles. Just picking a couple out. Johnny Ringo's Last Ride.
Yeah.
That was written with Ginger, wasn't it?
I was written with Ginger and Sam Robinson. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Johnny. That song's basically about the dockers that used to work in the Harland Wolff shipyards in Belfast, and you know they were just hard men. You know, back in the day, and that's really what the song's about. Those guys, and there's certain references to stuff that they used to drink in the bars, and you know they used to have tests of strength, like pulling the chains out of the dock, and you know they were tough guys.
Yeah.
So that's what that's about.
You can tell it's definitely got Ginger's influence on it as well. The
Very much so.
walls
Yeah.
on it.
Oh yeah,
very Ginger.
No, and you know an amazing guitar solo by Ginger on there as well, which I
Yeah.
love.
Some of the others are I'm not gonna leave you. I'll find. Sorry, I can't even.
If you're not going to leave me, I'll
You're
find
not
someone
going to
who will.
leave me. I'll find someone who will.
The best.
Again, a funny song title.
Yeah, so you know it's a piss take of a country title, you know, that they have. That title was actually the guy that came up with that is a guy called Wolfie, who is Vivian Campbell's guitar tech
Right.
in Def Leppard. And he gave me that title. He just said, "Here's a title for you. You should write a song." Write a song one day. 10 years ago, he gave me that title, and I said, "That's a great title. I will write
It
that
is a
song.
great title.
I will write that song one day, and you should have a writing credit." And we did, and Wolfie's on there. So
Just a couple more on Hearts on Trees. Tank McCulloch's Saturdays.
yeah.
What's that about?
Tank McCulloch. I mean, myself and Sam are big Glentoran supporters. That's our football team that
Right.
we grew up with when we were
Yeah.
kids, and this would be a centre half in the '70s, like old school centre half, real hard man called Billy McCulloch that played for Glentoran, and he was nicknamed the Tank.
Right.
And I actually went to school with his son. Son Patrick was my year at school, and I was just dead impressed that his dad was
Yeah,
Billy
he
McCulloch
would be,
played
yeah.
for Glentoran. And I just called up Sam one day and I said, "I'm just really missing Belfast. I'm just missing being, you know, a kid and what we used to grow up with, and those days are gone. It's just one of those days where you just suddenly go, shit, I'm getting old. And you get over it soon enough."
Yeah.
And I had the chorus, you know, that I won't cry no more, and just about trying to get over that. And I sent Sam the chorus, and he just fired back the verses, which were just incredible. And then the song was born. And I had the melody and the chords all ready to go, you know. So.
Are you going to be doing some more writing with Sam? Now you know that
Yeah, I mean,
it's been a massive
absolutely.
triumph.
I mean, you know, he's one of my dearest friends, and you know, it's always good fun to work with your buddies. And
You said before that you didn't know that he could write. This
no,
did you?
I'm not at all. I mean, he kept it in him for years, and Sam's quite a shy guy, and I think he wasn't embarrassed. I just think he didn't believe they were any good, and when he sort of showed me all this stuff, I'm like, this is beyond good, mate.
Yeah.
This is seriously,
Absolutely.
seriously
I mean, there's
amazing words and writing, and you know, I think that gave him the confidence to write more, you know. So
Yeah. One last song title that Jake Burns got involved with was
Schwaben Redoubt.
Schwaben Redoubt.
Yeah, it's it's a First World War reference. Schwaben Redoubt was a hill in Belgium that was fought over in the First World War, and the song's about what happened a lot in the First World War. Was a lot of Southern Irish guys joined up to fight for the British Army. So you've got to remember the Civil War was about to kick off in Ireland. There was a lot of tension between the Protestants and Catholics, even back then, between the North and the South, and the Home Rule with the English government. When the war, it was actually, you know, if the First World War hadn't happened, there would have been a civil war in Ireland, a huge bloody civil war. But the First World War happened and diverted the attention away from that. But a lot of Irishmen joined up to fight for the British. So you had guys from the North and guys from the South that back home would have been going, abusing each other in a trench together, fighting you know, the Germans. And it's, you know, the song's about it's the two guys talking to each other about, you know, if we were back home, I'd be punching you, I'd be fighting you, but here we are, we're brothers in arms, and
cool.
you know.
Getting Jake Burns to sing on that, obviously,
Dream come true.
he's one of your heroes, isn't it? So,
No, listen, it's just, it's one of those things when you pinch yourself, and you, I think back to buying, you know, inflammable material when I was, you know, 12 or 13, and listening to it in the record player in the front room and just going, oh, this guy's a legend, I love this band so much, and what that meant to me. And you know, now that Jake is sang on a song that, you know, that I've written and recorded, is just, you know, it's a dream come true.
Yeah.
You know, I've been very lucky. I've had a lot of my dreams come true. I'm very
But you've worked hard to
very
do so
blessed.
as well.
Well, thank you.
You've made your own luck.
You know.
So, obviously, these were bought through Pledge.
Yes.
Pledge campaign. Are they going to be available?
They are. Very, very
soon.
soon. We'll have news on where you can get those, and they're going to be available for general release for
Because
everyone.
everybody should listen to these because
Thank
they
you.
really are. Not just saying it because you sat here. They're
Cheers,
fantastic albums.
Thanks a
So,
lot.
thank you very much again, Ricky. Good luck tonight. Good luck with the rest of the tour.
Thanks,
It's been a
buddy.
pleasure once again.
No problem.
Cheers,
Appreciate
Bob.
it.